A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once.
Welcome all, this is Blaezer RTW. I hope you are good. I am good. Right, still blipping through these, so let's crack on. I've got 3 Arch Auxilia Urbans and 6 Cav. In the centre is Trajan, now of the Brotherhood. He looks like he's gone 14-6. And then on our left flank is Lightsaber or Earth, he's gone Egypt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pharaoh's Bowmen. No, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Pharaoh's Bowmen. An armoured bodyguard. Oh no, that's Greece, sorry. I'm going mental. Yeah, 14-6, but between archers and chariots, so I'll be quite interested to see what happens with that. We've already seen Greece has got an armoured general, that's Legion 22. He's got a couple of 3 armoured hoplites at the front, looks to be 9 Spartans, couple of slingers, and then 5 Cretans. In the centre we have Mars, he's gone the Brutii, he looks like he's gone 14-6, and then on their left, on our right, is Spartan Commander, he's gone Scythia, however you say it. He looks like he's got 5 Maidens, Chosen Warlord, some Hounds, 1, 2, 3, and then the rest of them Chosen Archers. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, okay, yeah, so it's quite an interesting one because you almost get the feeling that it's going to work out that the way they've brought their army is the Greek infantry will take out, will have to take on some of the Romans at some point, but also it's the only real defence apart from the 2 slingers. I mean, they're not going to hardly do anything when they're charging in, but the spears are the only defence against the chariots. So that's sort of, if there's 6 of them, there's going to be at least 6 of his Spartans or his armoured hoplites. That's only going to leave him 6 to take on Roman infantry. It looks like Spartan Commander is going to go toe-to-toe with him on Archer front, as in 2 Archer warbands versus each other. That would mean these 2 are going to face off, the Brutii and the Mars, because they're the Brutii and the Julii, because they're both the same army. So I've got 3 Archer Auxilia, which really needs to be taking digs at these at some of the Cretans or some of the Chosen Archers, just to help it go that way. Knowing me, though, I probably won't get them involved. I'll probably wheel them right away out the right-hand side or the left as we're looking at it, and sort of bring them in for the infantry fight at the end. But, if Earth can manage them well, and I know he's a very good CWB player, so he'd probably actually prefer this sort of army because, you know what I mean, he'll know the rhythm of the battle and how to sort of do little strikes, which is what, CWB is all about. It's just little strikes, little marginal gains, as it were. So they could be quite useful for flaming the back of the Spartans. There's a load of them round at the end. So let's have a look how it's all shaped. I mean, that's my theory anyway, but we'll see how it goes when everything faces up. So you can see the Pharaoh's Bowmen are spread right out now. So he's got a few, what's that, 6 is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's got 6 on our left flank. I'm going to call that a heavy left flank. He's got 3 on a sort of left flank, and then he's brought 3 over into the centre, 4, 5, 6 over into the centre in front of the Julii in the centre. So the Julii is going to send a few of his units out to protect these 3 in the centre, along with some of his cav. I'm going to push up a little bit. I guess my theory at the moment will be try and get to somewhere like here and shoot the side of the phalanxes, or the back of them if they're facing that way. Now the interesting thing from my point of view is that we've got the Maidens over there. Effectively, the way I look at it is that they're going to have to actually make up for a Roman infantry, at least 2/3 of one of probably my infantry. Those maidens are going to have to make up for, because otherwise we're gonna if he charges the chariots and keeps those Spartans interested over there, it's going to effectively be 2 against 1. And then if he doesn't, if he leaves Scythia to defend himself, I'm pretty sure the maidens get torn up with those Egyptian chariots. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. Bit of Legion sent his general out to take on, but they're way too many archers. They're way too many. They must have been pretty much half gone by the time they got out there. So yeah, I mean, that's what he's there to do. I know what he's doing. He's drawing the fire away from them and all that, etc., etc., etc. I do know what he's doing, but I probably would have been inclined to wait a little bit with him and hold him back, and then when things really go, maybe wheel him round the outside slowly, eventually end up behind, and then when it's all kicking off, just use them to clear out the archers, because if you can get 4 or 5 of those Pharaoh's bowmen, then that's the skirmish wall done. As it is, you can see they've got their little, it's a sort of defensive line, as it were, as in it's not straight, it's not neutral or aggressive. I'm pushing up on this side on the right. I don't know where my archers have gone. Oh yeah, here they go. Yeah. They're on their merry little mission out that way. It looks like Earth's brought a couple of lightsabers, brought a couple of Pharaoh's bowmen over this way as well, just to back me up a little bit. That's quite nice. Julio's slowly moving that little force up. He's got 3 cav in behind him. His infantry's still pretty much where he was at the beginning. And yeah, I guess we're just waiting for the skirmish to sort of not get going, but for things to get battle damaged and not have anything. Are they even doing anything yet? Nope. Okay. Oh well, I'll keep it like that, and I'll have a little swig on my cup of tea a minute. Alright, okay. You know what I'm thinking, whether to fast forward it or not. The thing is, I've built the tension up to this point by letting it run through. I may as well carry on. Right, okay. Cretans are starting to move in the middle, along with a few of the chosen archers. What are they going to do? Try and take out that chariot as that chariot's come forward? Yeah. So I'm going to look to push around the outside of the Bruti, which isn't the worst idea. The only thing I need to watch out for is that he doesn't, if I get too close and too ballsy, I could end up like this against him suddenly push and all those headhunting maidens come into the side of me. So yeah, it could end, I do need to watch it, but if I can pull him out of position a little bit, I think that will just help that side of the battle, where Earth probably wants to be a bit more methodical and go after his preferred targets rather than ones that he has to. But I think from his point of view, he'll actually want to go for the Roman army, so I'm a bit surprised he hasn't. I don't know, I don't use chariots that much, but to me, I think it would have been worth having 3 chariots over there, over where they are, and 3 chariots over here by my cab or something. Because then that gives him either Scythia's sort of non-mounted troops, or the Romans to go for when I engage. And in fact, we probably could have, if he would have caught, he could have brought them around to here, sort of where the Julii cav is, coordinated it. I'll push up, bait him in, pull him in away from him like he was, and just push up and should have baited him into a bit of an infantry fight, and then just hit the go button, and then smashed in my cav, smashed in the 3 chariots and 3 of the Julii, all before Greece reacted. Probably could have done quite well there, but we'll see what happens. I can see stuff's moving over at the background, so it looks like I'm just doing a bit of posturing at that end, which is what I like to do every now and again. Yeah, so it's heavy skirmish war going on this side. You can see me still moving up. I'm wanting to flank, or at least I don't know if I'm too worried about that now. I just want to get past the sort of event horizon, if you want to call it that, just so I'm firing in slightly from the back, which is look like what I'm doing. So I'll start annoying those Spartans in a minute, I guess, just to get a reaction from them and see what Legion's going to do. Okay, yeah, Earth's really pulling him out that way. He needs to be a little bit careful. I think those chariots are pretty fast, though, so as soon as he sees any Scythian cavalry going, he's going to go after it. Okay. So Trajan's moving that flanking force forward a little bit, just to line up with the front of his peeler shield. I'm starting to move on Mars now in his infantry. Looks like my guys just overrun a little bit there, so they need to sort themselves out. Yeah, that's nice. That's turned him, which is what I want, because now his flank's facing some of Trajan, and hopefully Trajan can hold up this like that. You know, this flanking force is a nice little idea, because it just means that Legion's not going to probably be able to turn completely once they get past that line there. I'm not doing a lot. I'm still trying to get them to turn. Obviously, I'm trying to get as far around this side as I can so I can shoot up the Spartans when they engage. Looks like he's forming up his lines, Legion, a bit. He's brought his back line across just to plug that hole and keep the line going. He's got his 3 armoured hoplite units out the front as a peeler shield, so not too bad, not too bad. Looks like Spartan Commander's keeping a few of his archers in reserve, which is quite interesting. From what I can gather, everyone else is firing. No, there's one there. Okay, so yeah, it looks like a bit of peeler exchange going on between me and Mars at the moment. I am actually going for a second line by the look of it, so that's not too bad, not too bad. He's put one of his units into Testudo, probably because they were getting auto-peelered, but I've turned that off now and I'm manually doing it because I've got the time. Where is... Oh yeah, Mars's cav is going to be in that... There he is there. Spartan Commander's cav is in behind his. His skirmishers are all fully forward as well. Looks like those two on that side are pretty much just going to cancel each other out with the arrows, or wait until they run out and then, I don't know, do something. Kind of not a wasted exercise, if you know what I mean, but I guess one of them... Oh, here we go. So I've taken a little dig over here on the right-hand flank. Mars is going to come in and try and strike my cav. He's not going to get me though. I've got some urbans there, but he's changed target. I'm going to double back on him now and try and hit his cav with everything I've got, because if we could take his cav out, that's going to be nice. They've retreated there. There's a few Spartans coming over, so I need to pull out. Looks like I was going to go for a full strike, but I've called them off now, or at least changed target. So chariots are moving in the background, as you can probably see. Trajan's moving his forces up in the centre. He's not moved his little flanking force there, although it's just starting to get going. I did get a couple of his cav, but they've come back pretty much straight away. Now I've got some Spartans and the Spartan general over this side, so it's going to be quite hard for me to route things off. Although saying that, I just nailed the general, so that's not too bad. That's happy days. Right, okay. So I'm trusting you guys are going to be keeping an eye on it. In the centre, looks like he's left a token force of armoured hoplites there. Trajan's going to quickly get through them though, because they'll route off like they are. He's backed his main Spartan force back to the right flank of Mars. I've got my first load of peeler units engaged, then the lot behind are all firing at the ones behind them, and then I guess I move my general up. My archers, not sure who they're aiming at. Oh yeah. I think they're going for the cab, aren't they? Okay, so Maidens aren't getting involved over here. I guess he just wants to have something against the chariots. But to my eye, all the pikes are engaged, all the spears are engaged. So if I was Earth, and Earth's a lot better player than me, I might think about doing something shortly because he's got no reason not to. In come all the Pharaoh's bowmen. They're pretty good in melee. Looks like I'm splitting my cab up here. Mars has taken a dig on the right. I've seen this one here just next to the Spartans, which is a bit of a weak point. So is Trajan, so he sent his cab in there. If we can rout off one or two of them, that would be nice. Yeah, we got one of them, that's nice. The other one's gone as well, so if he can pull back, if we can both pull back now, that should give us a hole to aim for, which means that, yeah, there they go, they're going to have to retreat. That's going to isolate these Spartans so I can actually take them out. I've still got some units in reserve, so it's not too bad. They're coming in for a big strike. That's probably what we wanted to. If you look in the background as well, you can see the chariots and the headhunting maidens are going at it. So I'll try and keep it as best I can. Oh, what was that? The Egyptian general went? Ah, so those maidens absolutely destroyed those chariots then. Unless I missed something there. Did I miss something? Who knows? But Trajan's sending his in against the maidens now. That's not a bad little strike, but you see how they stopped then? It's annoying when that happens. I'm not sure why it does that. The Egyptian general's chariots are still there. Some of the Scythians are starting to rout off. He was going after the archers. I didn't see him. That's what I missed. Now the maidens are getting surrounded. In the centre, it's a bit back and forth between Mars and myself. So it looks like I've just hit a few there and routed off one or two of the Greeks. I've got the Brutii general, so that's nice. Over here on this left side, the Cav fight's still going on. Maidens have just lost one. Was that the Scythian general? Yeah, that's the Scythian general gone. So they should collapse like a house of cards now. So it looks like we won that cav fight on the left in the end. Bruto still taking some digs, so he's got a bit of his cav left. I should see that come in there and smash him. Oh no, I'm going for a different tactic here. What am I going to go for? Probably this last Brutii maybe over here that's facing up my army. I've not actually done a lot of my infantry, to be fair. They're still just sat there not doing a lot, but you can see there's a Greek and Brutii units over the back of me. The Julii finally done with those maidens just about. There's some archers still there, but he's going to come over now and try and come into the back of these Greeks that are just holding up here at the back, which he's done. He's got Mars on his case, so if at least if he can just route one off before Mars goes, that would be nice because that'll free up an urban for him. There's a Greek gone there on the left. That's going to free up 3 units by the look of it. My cab's not really doing a lot there. He's just sat there waiting, but full in the knowledge that I have got the most cab, so he can stick around, and if it all goes Pete Tong should be able to do something. I'm just going to go and try and take out this unit here, which are sticking around quite well. Oh, it's a legionary first cohort. I didn't see that at the beginning. That routed him off. That's routed that general off. I've got him behind the thing, so I break the line. That's that. Happy days. Yeah, all that lot in the centre's gone as well. So yeah, I'm just getting my kills up really. Happy days. And that's about it. So yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed that one. Something a bit different. Something a bit, you know, sort of like just was ages and then boom, it just went off. So yeah, we like them. And in the end, yeah, I think it was just one of them. Really, I think it's hard 90% of the time if you know it's two Roman army, 2 Roman infantry. Really, you got to marry it up with at least. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting one, but yeah. At the end of the day, we came out on top, and that's that. So good game to everyone. We'll just let the scores come through, see what happened. Oh, there you go, it's coming through straight away. Yeah, pretty good play by everyone. Maybe Mars got left with a bit too much to do. I don't know. Legion was there, but I suppose he had his eye on the chariots as well. Yeah, it's one of them. One of them. I'll let you guys decide where it was won and lost, or it could have just been one of them. Right. Good game. See you later.
Follow me, Blaezer.